Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to Oracle Hour. It is my pleasure to be here with you tonight. It is kind of a crazy day in Los Angeles. If you're in Los Angeles County, my heart goes out to you. There are so many families that are suffering from devastation, fire, and emergency evacuation, and just heading for safety. And so, if you happen to know somebody who's in this situation, or if this is something that's happening to you, I'm going to dedicate some time tonight to supporting you and to also going over some tips around how to stay equanimous when we're in an emergency situation. This is the most important thing that we can do for ourselves, is to stay centered and to stay in our power and to stay grounded and calm and vigilant of what's happening around us, so that we can take the necessary precautions. Okay, I would recommend, if you are in the Los Angeles area, if this is something that you're battling with either externally or internally, depending on where you are. I'm in Los Angeles County. I'm not in any threat of needing to be evacuated at this time. But we're always, that can change at any moment. So, for myself and for my family, for my loved ones, the most important thing that we can do is to stay grounded in the present moment. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. To stay grounded in the present moment, to stay, practicing, feeling centered. There's some things that we can do. Some deep diaphragmatic breathing really helps me stay grounded and centered in my body. It helps me overcome any type of fear or anxiety. Just breathing and reminding myself that I'm safe, that I'm okay, that I have the resources, that I have everything I need in order to feel safe and provided for. So if this is you, or if this is someone you know, this is great advice to give. Great advice a great way to hold space for someone who might be struggling right now. Is to just remind them to stay grounded and centered in their power, and of course to take the necessary precautions, to take responsibility for whatever situation you find yourself in, and to ask for help and to reach out for support. Okay, and so my heart goes out to anybody who has had to be evacuated, who is struggling, who's been severely impacted by what's going on. At the end of this broadcast tonight, towards the end, I will take the last few minutes and we'll do a guided meditation. For those of you that want to stay for the whole show tonight, I would love for you to join me in just closing our eyes and taking some deep breaths together and creating a collective intention to send healing light and healing energy, calming, soothing energy to everyone who's being impacted right now. I would love to do that, and I would love your support in doing that for those of us that really need our light and our love and our positive intentions right now. Okay. Yes, thank you, Steffi. I appreciate your comment. I'm going to take your questions here in a moment. As we're talking about equanimity, we're talking about staying grounded and centered. And this can be true no matter what situation you're in, right? So tonight we're talking about the wildfires because this is a real physical danger. This is not perceived fear, but there's an actual threat to our survival, which can be very triggering. And when we're in that fear-based consciousness, it's really difficult to make sound decisions, to stay grounded, and to even know what's best for us and our families. Okay, so this is a real thing. And so again, the diaphragmatic breathing is a wonderful tool to keep you in your body, breathing into the belly, expanding the belly out, exhaling, let the belly drop naturally, just in and out of the belly, and just allowing yourself to stay grounded and calm and asking for support and just doing the next right thing, right? And staying calm and assessing the situation. Okay. For those of you that are home, just kind of on standby, waiting for instructions, you can take this time to meditate, to visualize this energetic white light around you, around your home, around your loved ones, and just bringing safety and protection to your home and to your family. This is a really good use of your time if you're sitting around, not to indulge the fear, okay, but really staying in the positive intentionality that you are safe, that you're protected, that all is well, okay? It's very important that we practice this consciousness. It takes a certain amount of courage and willingness to do this. Okay. But if you're in that space where you can do that, where you can sit at home safely and take some time to meditate, I strongly encourage this. Okay. It's so important. All right. And if you notice yourself constantly checking your phone, or there is an inevitable stream of news and disaster updates and so on. If you can take some breaks from that, just check to see with the information that's relevant to you. Try not to indulge in that, because that can really take us out of our power, and it can really put us in a fear-based consciousness, which again is not serving us, especially if we are really in an emergency situation. Okay, so we want to stay always connected to light and power and personal responsibility and being grounded. We are responsible for our own safety, for our own circumstances. So take those necessary precautions, and if you need support, if you need help, please reach out in your local communities. Okay, and we'll do a little meditation at the end for those of you that want to join me. All right. So we are talking about, again, this is, from a spiritual context. Now that we've addressed the physical danger of what's going on in the world, and especially in Los Angeles, from a spiritual context, we are in a year 9. And year 9 is all about death and rebirth. As I mentioned last week, we talked about that in the first, New Year's, the first Oracle hour of the new year, going into year 9, going into death and rebirth. Fire is a symbol of transformation. It's a symbol of destruction, but it also makes way for us to be able to rebuild. Okay, so wherever there is fire, there is an opportunity to purify our thoughts, purify our inner life, perhaps our habits, our thinking, our language. It is an opportunity to really tear down everything that no longer serves us, and make space to rebuild something new, rebuild stronger structures. Of course, everything that is rebuilt is usually built from strength and from experience, right? And so, rebuilding from that place of integrity and strong foundation, so that we can really create a life that we love. Okay, and so it's very difficult to watch the things that we love be taken from us, or to have to let them go, especially if we're not doing it consciously, if we're not choosing it consciously. And there is always a spiritual context. There's always an unfolding that's happening, even if it's not easy to see or connect with in the moment, that is truly for our highest and best good, right? It's really serving our highest and best good to have to move on, to have to rebuild, and to have to reassess what we really need. What do we really need in life? What's really important for us? What are we taking with us? What's coming along for this next phase of our personal evolution? Okay, so I leave you with that in terms of my theme for this evening. Think about, as you're meditating on questions that you want answered, think about some of the things that are personally affecting you right now. What do you want to let go of? What do you want to call more in? What are some of the things that you're struggling with that you'd like guidance on? As a spiritual mentor and a psychic medium and intuitive guide, I love to facilitate a transformation. I'd love to connect you with your own intuition and be able to offer you the guidance and the answers that you're seeking, on your behalf, as I also help you connect to your own intuitive abilities. Okay, so I'm here for those questions. For those of you that are desiring mediumship, I'll just say this before we start. If you want to connect to your loved ones that have crossed over, this is my joy to offer this service to you. I love to do mediumship connections. I'm very passionate about it, and the YouTube format is not ideal for that. Okay, so there is a link that I posted here early on. Here it is again. For those of you that want to join me, it's tomorrow night at 5 p.m. It is a Zoom format where I can see you, we can interact, and I will call in whatever spirits are here to, whatever loved ones are here to communicate with you, with messages they have for you, and you can interact with me, and we can have a deep and meaningful dialogue with your loved ones. Okay, so for those of you that are requiring that, that's the link to join, and we'll be doing mediumship demonstration events on a regular basis. Okay, for those of you that really want that. Okay, so having said all of that, welcome everybody. It's so good to be here with you all. Thank you for joining me. Hello. Okay, hi Steffi, hi Ara, hi Angela, hi Miss Jules. I will take the first question. Hi, Ara. Okay, I hope you're doing well. Thank you. I have a question about my daughter. She's dating someone, and I wanted to know if it is serious. Okay, let me check in. This is a light question. So let me just check in. And please verify this for me if you can. And that goes for anybody who's asking questions. If I'm starting to channel for you, and I'm starting to give you information, if you could just verify in the comments if I'm accurate, if this is resonating, if it's not resonating, any feedback is good feedback. Okay. So it feels like this person that your daughter's dating is either a single dad, or he's coming out of a relationship, or he's separated from someone. It feels like he has a lot from a previous life that he's still working through. Okay. And it's interesting because I feel like your daughter kind of like falls hard and fast, and she might be clinging to this relationship, as a source of security, as a source of comfort, as a source of the community. I want to say like a sense of belonging. And so let me know if that resonates. It feels like, yeah, I think it's going to be heavy and deep, but I don't think it's going to last long. Okay. So your question, is it serious? Isn't really the right way to frame the question. I think it's starting out kind of serious, but it's not really going to stand the test of time. I don't feel like this is a long-term relationship for her. So I think there's a lot of codependency here, and then that eventually, she might feel. I think it's more her than him. She might feel that it's too much, or it's not really fully what she signed up for. Okay. I hope that answers your question, Ara. If you could confirm, that would be great. Okay. Okay. Hi, Anne. Anne says, I was wondering if my guides have a message for me. Thank you. Okay, well, let's see what they have to say. Hmm. Okay, so I feel like your guides always have a message for you. So that's the first thing I want to say to you. It's not like, this is something where once in a while they want to chime into your life. I mean, I think that if you had a practice where you checked in regularly, you might find that there's constant communication. This is true for my own life and for anyone who's developing their own intuition. We are all in constant communication with universal intelligence. And I think for you and specifically, it feels, I think I know that I've read for you before, and I apologize for not remembering the details. It's just I do a lot of readings, so I think you're in a process of kind of rebuilding your life, and trying to improve your situation, and sort of you know create something. I want to say create something more abundant, or more fulfilling in your world. And so I feel like, and I may have given you this message before, but the message is really about leaning into your community, and sort of reaching out more, and leaning into the people that love you, or the people that are around you, making new friends as well. Okay, so there's some old relationships that you're letting go of, specifically, and in 2025, that are just not serving you. They're kind of like anchoring you down. There's low vibrational relationships, like relationships that maybe these are people that are negative, or yeah, just not particularly uplifting or supportive for you. And so, leaning into your community and making new friends and developing this network as you move to improve your situation, it's really about you taking responsibility for that. I feel like you're frustrated, like you're not getting your needs met, but you're also not doing a lot about it. So, there's more that you could be doing. I think that the key message is action. If I were to distill it down, is take the action that you need to take in order to improve your situation, improve your circumstances. So, and that starts with your belief system. It starts with managing your energetics, your vibration, how you feel, feeling healthy and happy and positive. And then leaning into your community. It's good for you to sort of venture out and make go into new places where you can meet new people that are like-minded, that are sort of in at the same place where you are in your life. So taking action would be the key message that I feel for you. um let's see if I have any symbols I can give you. I don't know if you know what an ankh is, but I keep seeing it as I'm channeling for you. So this is like, it looks like a cross, but it's got like a little bit of a hoop at the top, right? And so I would research this. This is kind of like a old Egyptian symbol. Okay, good. So again, this is consistent, right? So it's consistent. I want you to look up this symbol. It's called an ankh, and it's in the Egyptian culture, and there's something about this particular symbol that I'm seeing every time I channel for you. It could be something you incorporate in your own rituals, and something that has deeper meaning for you. Okay, so I want you to have a practice. I want you to have something that you do every day, a meditation practice, something that involves, visualizing the life that you want to create for yourself, using this symbol as well. So it could be something that you draw, or you have a picture of it, and see what the guy, and start to listen for guidance. So start to feel the guidance that comes through, because you're going to have some actions to take, and it feels like these are actions that you're taking swiftly. Okay, so and this is in the next month or so, next few months. So I'll leave you with that. Okay, and let me know how that unfolds for you, and let me know if the Ankh symbol is something that resonates as well. Okay. um Good. I'm sending you blessings. Hi, Steffi. Steffi Black says, I do have a question on a family member who is challenging. Okay. His anger towards his family and upbringing is negative and draining. I often feel like he takes it out on me. Okay. So this is the situation. What is the question? Is the question how to handle him? What is the question around this person? Mhm. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Let's see. What does Steffi say? Do you have a question on a family member? Okay. Um, okay, well, let me see what I can pick up since I'm not hearing back from you. Let's see, do we have anything else? Um, you know, in this particular situation, there's a lot of unresolved anger, just based on what you said. If you feel like things are being taken out on you, I would validate that, and I would honor that experience that you're having. I think it's important to set boundaries in this particular situation. If you feel like anger is being projected at you, Steffi, I would, advocate for your needs, and I would explain to him, that it's not okay to talk to you in that way, or, and encourage him to seek help and seek guidance, from other people, from professionals who can help him. Okay. Um, Part of the reason why, and this is just coming through as I'm talking to you, the part of the reason why he takes it out on you is because you're so congenial, and you're so accommodating, and you're so willing to take it on. I think obviously you and I have spoken before. I think you're a natural healer, empath, sensitive person. And so you want to you naturally want to equalize the situation. Should you disconnect from him, I mean, I think that you should. Here's what I want to say. I think it's valuable for you to learn how to set boundaries. And if the boundaries don't work, then I would disconnect. But my sense is that this is coming up in your sphere right now, so that you can really learn to hold your power, and learn to manage your relationship with this person, and be able to draw that hard line in the sand, and just say, it's not okay to talk to me in this way. Okay. I understand it's a sibling. This is why I think the boundaries is a much better approach. Start advocating for yourself and creating proper boundaries. you know this Here's what I want to say. this sibling that you have is not really willing to work through their anger right now. They really just want to be able to keep complaining about it. And so oftentimes people don't want help. They just want to vent. Okay. They want to, be able to feel validated and justified in their resentments and their pain. And this is very human. Okay. So we can have compassion for him, compassion for for his pain, whatever he's going through. And and at the same time not take it on. Okay, so this is your work. Is your work as an empath. It's your work as a healer, as a coach, as someone who helps other people. It's your work to be able to hold space till to your capacity. Anything that goes beyond your capacity is going to start to feel depleting and draining. It's going to start to feel like you're being sucked into it. Okay, so it's not your job to fix him. You're not there to heal him or change his mind or, solve this problem for him. All you can do is hold empathetic listening for this sibling and set a boundary and continue to encourage this person to go get help and to go get support elsewhere. Okay. And if that still doesn't work, if you set the boundary and it still feels abusive and it still feels like it's draining and it still feels like it's taking you out of your power, then I would definitely disconnect. But that's not the first step. Okay. I think it's really valuable for you, Steffi, to learn how to set boundaries in this situation and see how that goes. I think it's going to be very empowering for you. Okay. And I will leave you with that. Okay. I hope that's helpful. Good. Okay. I will take the next question. Hi, Miss Jules. Miss Jules says, I am struggling with caregiving for my mother who refuses all doctor medical intervention. I'm afraid something will happen to her under my care. Okay, so, I can certainly empathize with your struggle and your concern. This is a big responsibility. I think that I don't think anything's going to happen under your care, first of all. So let me just say that. Okay. I want to alleviate you from any stress and so on. I don't think anything that's going to happen. You're not going to be the cause of something bad happening to her or any type of negative outcome with your mom. Okay. So that's just the first thing I want to say to alleviate your stress. And having said that, I think you're in full authority to call medical professionals and have an intervention done if she is in real imminent physical danger. Okay, so there is a justified use of force, in relationship when there is the threat of physical harm or danger. Okay, so if you use your judgment, if you feel like she's declining in a rapid decline and it's going beyond your capacity to care for her, then again you have to assert that boundary. It's the same message I just gave Steffi, is you have to assert that boundary and explain to her that this is the space that you're willing to, this is this is beyond your comfort zone, right, and beyond your capacity to care for her, and that this has to happen in this way. Okay, so so I don't feel like anything bad is going to happen to her. I think she's, your mom is a very strong person. She's very strong. She's very tough, extremely resilient. She's very stubborn, and she's a fighter, right? And so she really wants to be left alone. She wants peace. She has a sort of an idea of how she wants to live out her life, and she wants you to honor that. Okay, so I think it would be really helpful if you're in a dialogue with her, to engage in this empathetic listening and to acknowledge her need for for peace and her need to do things her way, and that you want to honor that for as long, you will honor that for as long as you can, and as her daughter, you want to also you have a need for her safety, right? You have a need for her safety and you have a need for her well-being. So of course you're going to execute on that need, should the situation arise itself, should the situation arise. So I think that you're okay for now. I don't feel like there's going to be anything dangerous. I do feel like she's in a decline, but I also feel like she's in the process of just kind of it peacefully. It's a peaceful thing. It doesn't feel like there's an urgent matter here. Okay. So just keep doing what you're doing. And when it gets to be at that point where it goes beyond your capacity, then you are responsible for, making that intervention, making that call on behalf of your mom. Okay. Both for her highest and best good and for yours. Okay. So I leave you with that. I hope all is well, and I'm sending you lots of peace and healing energy for your mom. Okay. Hi, Lisa Davies. She says, "Hi, Sabrina. I wonder if I could have a message." Okay, let's see. The name of my guides would be amazing. Okay, let's see if I can do that for you, Lisa. So the first, I'm not familiar with the archangels myself personally. It's not something that I use in my practice, but the first name I hear is Archangel Gabriel. And so, I don't know if you have a connection to Gabriel or if this is something you've looked into before, but that's the first thing I hear when I close my eyes and I tune into your energy. So I would look into that and see if, explore a little bit of what Archangel Gabriel represents, and how that could be relevant to your life right now. So it definitely feels like the angelic realm, like there could be more than one. Um, there's more here about healing, and specifically, I don't, there's something about I don't know if it's medical or medical intuitive or intuition, but there's something about healing for you that I think would be very beneficial for you to look into. It's almost like, it's almost like work you're meant to do. And so, I want you to research Archangel Gabriel and see how it applies to your life, and see how there might be some healing work that you need to do on yourself or for other people, that's coming up for you right now in this phase of your life. Whatever it is you're going through, it seems like. Uh, yeah, there's something healing that's coming through you. There's a healing energy that's coming through you. And it feels like it has to do with the body, the physical body. So, I would look into that and see it. Not ready, but I will. Not really, but I will. Okay, good. Yeah, I want you to look into it, because that's the first name I hear as soon as I close my eyes and channel for you. And come back and let me know if that resonated, if that made sense. Yeah, I feel like there's healing for you to do and to look into for yourself, and perhaps that's going to open up the path for you to do something meaningful in your life. Okay, I'll leave you with that. Okay, so that could explain why I'm feeling the healing part. And if you've done healing work on the body, the physical body, beautiful. So now you can move again. So this is what I'm feeling. This is something that you need to learn how to share with other people, right? This is a miracle that you've been able to heal your body, and learn how to, alleviate this pain, and whatever you've done to be able to move again. There are some spiritual, energetic aspects of this that you can really share with other people that might be struggling with the same issues as you. And I really strongly believe this. Good. I'm glad this resonates for you. I think you're really being called. Archangel Gabriel. I don't really know much about him. I mean, I wish I could. I want to look him up for you now. I want you to look into it, because I think there's something here about helping others And in this way, and sharing your story, myself, having healed myself from many different physical ailments over the course of my life, part of my healing journey and part of what has solidified the healing for me has been my willingness to share my experience, my process with other people. And that's helped so many people over the years. And it's been so fulfilling and so rewarding for me. So including, sharing my intuitive gifts. So this is very important for you to be able to share your story with other people. And, you could be, yeah, there you go. Well, you're being called to do so, and it's coming through me. It's time for you to step into that. You can do it. All you need to do is share from your heart, share from your story, from your own personal experience, what's worked for you, some of the things that you struggled with along the way. Everybody loves an inspirational self-help, self-mastery story that will inspire them to take responsibility for their own well-being as well. Okay, so you have it in you, Lisa. You're so welcome. Thank you for stopping by, and let me know how it unfolds for you. You have it in you. You're being called to do so, and I'm really excited for you and for all the people that you're going to help. Okay. Okay. Hi, AT. AT says, hi there. Do you have a message for me? Okay. So, and, I love these questions. I'm happy to, flex my muscles and show you my feathers and be able to channel very general questions. But if you have a specific question, of course, I can go deeper and help you more and give you something more substantial. Okay. So that goes for everybody who's asking questions. If you want to get a bit more specific about the kind of message you're looking for or the kind of question you want answered, please do so. Okay. Let's see, AT. Let me see what I have for you. Interesting. I'm seeing you in a truck. So a truck or a car. It almost looks like a Jeep, or some kind of higher SUV, higher off the ground SUV. I don't know if you're contemplating getting a car or switching out your car, if there's something to do with this vehicle in your life right now, but I'm seeing you in this vehicle, and it looks like there's yeah, it looks like there's a road trip ahead. And it's a journey that you're making, and it's not by yourself, it's with other people. And it's very important. There's something important for you in this trip that you're making that's going to answer some questions for you. Okay. And you may not even know that you have these questions. It's kind of like you might be surprised along the way that this is something that is showing up for you. Okay. I want you to trust your instincts. You've got really good intuition. And so, you have the ability to act now. You kind of get these hits of intuition, and you can trust yourself as you move forward. So I want you to really learn how to harness that. Of course, this is my advice for everybody. Develop your intuition. Develop your intuition so that you can be sovereign and always rely on your own inner compass to guide you in the right direction. Okay. But for you specifically, I feel like you have really strong intuition, and sometimes you don't always listen to it, and so you're in this sort of personal discovery phase, and there's something new coming in for you, especially this trip that you're taking. It's going to reveal some important information for you. It might even change your trajectory somehow. You might, find that you are I want to say one more thing about this. I want to say that you might be like, I feel like there's a full circle moment here. So it could be you running into an old friend, or you're revisiting something. Okay. And so this is happening. I feel like I'm being drawn to renew my spirituality and have revival in my life. So true. I question myself a lot. Okay, good. This is your full circle moment that I'm talking about. Okay. So there's a trip you're taking, and this makes sense now, because like this trip that you're on, like I said, it's with other people, and it's almost like you're revisiting this part of your life, or you're reconnecting with a part of yourself. And it's really important for you, because you need to be able to develop your intuitive abilities and learn to trust yourself more. Okay. That's what's in store for you. Um, over the next few months, and I think you'd be surprised to what you'll discover along the way. And please come back and let me know how this unfolds for you. Um, I'm just having some technical issues here. Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. So I will take this. You're welcome. You're so welcome, AT. I appreciate you. Um, okay, I will take the next question. Shiloh. Shiloh says, do my guides have something to say about everything I have going on? Let's see, Shiloh. Um, I mean, the first thing I want to say is there's too much going on. Okay, but you probably already know that. And so, there's something around really focusing on, I- you know, I want you to keep it simple and really focus on. There's a few things that are like sort of superfluous right now that don't need to be on your plate. Your guides really want you to keep it very simple and just focus on your own meeting your own personal needs. Your spiritual needs. I think that there's a lot of giving, a lot of overextending, and your energy is leaking, right? You're being depleted, and so I really want you to focus on the thing that brings you the most joy. It's interesting because I see you doing either some kind of either yoga or practice or tai chi or something like that, or I see you like doing it's kind of like a physical expression, but it's very soft and it's very grounding. It's very meditative and spiritual, and it's what you need to be doing more of this. Bring more of this into your life because it's going to help ground you and it's going to help give you clarity. In fact, when you learn to sort of slow down and pause and just focus on going inward, you're going to have so much more clarity about how to handle situations, how to handle what's happening in your life. You're going to have some aha moments and some realizations. And so I really, want to sort of, my advice to you, guides are saying, unplug from everything and only focus on the things that really deepen your connection to your own higher self. And don't be afraid to say no and to put some other things down. Okay. That's very important for you right now. I feel like there's some younger either kids around you or like a younger daughter or something like that. And I think that a lot of your energy might go to her or might go to taking care of other people. And so, it's okay to sort of take a step back and have some boundaries there and really protect your energy, and just focus more on you. It's not selfish. It's just self-preservation, right? And you're really taking care of yourself. And so, really taking your energy back and not being so enmeshed and so invested in the people that are around you, I think will be very beneficial for you. Okay. I'll leave you with that. If you have any more questions, Shadow, let me know. And I am so happy you're here too. And let me know if this resonated for you. One moment, please. I'm gonna. Here we go. Okay. So I will take the next question. Hi, Lily. Hi, Sabrina. Are there any messages for me? Let's see, Lily. The first thing I feel when I close my eyes has to do with relationships. So that there's it might be a dating situation or a certain relationship that you're questioning, and there's some concerns around this, person. Yeah, I mean, this is the message for everybody tonight. I want you to trust your instincts here. Like, it doesn't feel like there's complete transparency in this relationship situation. Um, uh, and I think that there is, um, yeah, I want to say to you, if I don't know if it's someone you're thinking about or someone you've just started dating, but I want to say that it might not be the best time to start this relationship, and he may not be the best choice for you. Okay. Message for you is to focus on loving yourself and, you know, accepting yourself as beautiful, as lovable, as honoring yourself, learning how to validate yourself, um, is going to be is where you need to put your attention and your focus, because I feel like there's some sort of, and this is human, right? This is, I say this with compassion and love and respect, because we all do this, where we sort of rely on external sources of gratification and validation and so on, especially from the opposite sex. Okay. So I want you to really focus on meeting those needs for yourself, and not being dependent on this particular situation or any particular, member of the opposite sex for that matter. Okay. So the message for you is to really focus on your self-esteem and building yourself up and meeting your own needs, and developing that healthier relationship with self. Thank you. Okay, great. I hope that was helpful. Lily, thank you for stopping by. Again, if I say something and it feels great and it feels like I'm spot on, please validate. And if it doesn't feel like I'm spot on, if it feels like, I might be talking about somebody else, please let me know as well. All feedback is good feedback. Hi, Shiloh. Shiloh says it certainly resonated. I do not have a daughter though. I plan on joining you tomorrow as I lost my son. Oh, okay, good, good. I appreciate you. See you tomorrow. Good. So, okay, good. And this younger female energy doesn't have to be a daughter necessarily, but it feels like a younger energy that's pulling at you. Could be the loss of your son. So we will talk tomorrow in the mediumship demonstration. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you, Shiloh. Okay. Delicious. I love your handle. This is great. Hi, Sabrina. Delicious says, I don't have a specific question. However, if you get any kind of message come through, please share. Okay. Thank you. All right. Delicious. Let's see what we have for you. Okay. Um, I mean, I see that color purple. Of course, your handle is purple, but I see the color purple when I close my eyes. I feel like this is a prominent color in your life or something that you love. Um, it's interesting because I feel like you're also very creative, and I don't know if you're into like, it's either cooking, and it could be cooking and something else, but like there's some kind of creative pursuit that you have in your life passion that you're really good at, and it brings you a lot of joy, and it brings other people a lot of joy as well. And so I would encourage you to do more of this, um, to really focus in on that. I often pick up this type of thing when I'm reading for people, like people are not fully living their potential. And I think that some of that applies to you. Like you are, I think you have a very sort of creative, colorful personality, a very warm person, very nurturing person, and you like to sort of connect people. I see you sort of kind of being in community, being sort of a gracious host, and so there's something about that is important for you, and it's important for the people around you for you to do more of that. Okay. And yeah, when I tune into your energy, I feel like, uh yeah, there's just something, even I want to say, like aesthetics as well, like makeup and clothes, like something to do with aesthetics and beautifying yourself and beautifying your surroundings. It's really important for you. It's kind of like it's a very strong energy that I'm feeling around that. And so, I think that these are just things that bring you pleasure and they bring you joy. And I feel like you're a person who's meant, like, we all are, but I think you're a person who's really driven by the things that bring you joy, and to pursue more of that, because you have people in your life. I feel like you have support in your life of people that will encourage this, more of this expression. And Yeah, I want you to focus on that, specifically. um, Let me see if there's anything else I feel for you. Hmm. Yeah, I really just feel like soul community, soul tribe energy around you. So if you're contemplating getting your friends together, getting your family together, something like that, like this would be a good time to do that. Maybe you've just come out of that because it was just the holidays, but there's community around you, and you somehow initiate this, or you somehow are the one that holds everybody together, right? The connector. This is a beautiful role that you play, and so there's something very magical about this in your life. And so continue to express yourself in this way and to develop your gifts, especially in the creative realm, because I think it's going to be very meaningful for you. Okay. I'll leave you with that. Thanks for stopping by. Good. Let's see what Ms. Jules. Yes, you are right on. Ms. Jules says you are right on everything you have said. Okay. Thank you for the reassurance. Just gets emotionally stressful at times. Thank you so much. I appreciate the guidance. You're welcome. It's my pleasure to guide you. I'm sure it's very stressful. I can only imagine, taking care of your mom. You're doing a great job. You really are. And, even if she doesn't tell you, that's how she feels. Okay. You really are giving her the best that you can. And I want you to just know that, and, give yourself that reassurance, that acknowledgement. And of course, this is why I'm offering it, because she may not be offering it to you. So just trust that. Okay. Thank you for stopping by and asking. Okay, good. You're welcome. Delicious. I hope that resonated for you. Okay. Who else is here tonight? Pure Love Ascension. Hello. Nice to see you again. Pure Love Ascension says, "Hello, Sabrina. Thanks for being here. What do you see my future relationship? What do you see my future relationship, and what does it look like?" Um, Okay, it's a very general question. I want to empower you to really manifest the relationship of your dreams and really get clear, not just on what the person looks like or what the person feels like or how that relationship unfolds for you, because you're going to create this relationship, and I'm happy to guide you. I can give you insights in terms of the things that are outside of your control. But for the things that are in your control, you can get very clear, beyond, again, the visuals, how you want to feel in this relationship. How do you want to feel? Right. Well, that feeling is what we're going for. The reason we want whatever it is that we want in our lives is because of the way we believe it's going to make us feel. Okay. So we want relationship because we want love, belonging, connection. We want to be met in love. We want to be, met on a soul level, especially for you, Pure Love Ascension. It's very important for you to be with someone who meets you on all levels. Okay. So you need someone who has a spiritual practice, who speaks this language, who, is into the metaphysical, the intuitive arts. And I feel like that's coming. So that's for sure coming. And I want you to not settle for less than that. Okay. Because there's been a tendency to do that in the past, is to sort of, you know, you get some of your needs met, and so you're okay with not getting all of your needs met. And so I want you to really hold the frequency for someone who meets you on all levels, because that's what's going to magnetize this person into your life. And so really focusing on how you want to feel, and the ease of this relationship, the joyfulness of this relationship, the playfulness of this relationship, the depth of this relationship. I think you need someone who's really can go deep with you, and again can share in this work and can share in this language with you, that especially in your own personal practice. Okay, so it feels like someone you meet in community and spiritual community, and that's what I would recommend for you anyway. But I do feel like it's someone um, in your circle of people that you interact with, and it could be someone that's just coming in fact, I want to say that it might be someone who has just either moved in wherever you are, coming from another location. And so it's kind of like fresh energy in an environment that you're already familiar with. Okay. And so there's something about this person that's a soul connection, and you'll know instantly. You really feel it. You'll really feel it in your body. And I speak from experience, having a soul connection in my own life, my own partner. You just know in your body, like, oh, okay, this is the person I'm supposed to be with, and it's a beautiful feeling. So I really feel like that's what's, in the cards for you. And in the meantime, you can prepare the way by really getting clear on the experience you want to have, the feeling you want to have in this relationship. And I would do a little bit of shadow work too, just to like minimize any limiting beliefs, or just acknowledging them, and making sure that you're not contracted, as you visualize this person and you're trying to open up the space for this person in your life and invite this person in, welcome them in energetically. We want to create energetic space for someone before we can meet them in the physical realm. This is true for anything we're manifesting. We want to be able to sort of clear the deck and make sure that we're in a space of receiving love, of believing that it's possible, of feeling that person right here next to us, feeling what it feels like to be loved, fully loved. Especially for you, Pure Love Ascension, I think that this is, you really are longing for that depth of connection, and that's something that you can manifest just by holding the space for it and not settling for less. Okay. I do feel like it's a soulmate connection, and I feel excited for you. So I will leave you with that, and please feel free to come by and let me know if any of that resonated, and or stop by another week and let me know how that unfolds. Okay, good. Great. Well said. Pure Love Ascension says, no settling agreed. Thank you very much. You're spot on. Beautiful. I love being spot on. I can also accept when I'm not. But I appreciate you stopping by, and I'm honored at the opportunity to channel for you. Okay. Okay. Do we have any other questions here tonight? I hit the like button. Thank you, Bo. Thank you for being here. Okay. I think I have addressed all the questions. I would like to take, let me make sure I don't leave anybody hanging. Okay, good. So I would like to take the last 5 minutes for those of you that are still watching, that want to be here with me for this meditation that I would like to create as a collective, as a community. First of all, thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining me every week. I love hosting this show. I love being the oracle and being the guide and the one who can connect you to your own higher self, and give you guidance, and hopefully help you find some relief and some healing on your spiritual evolution, on your personal development journey, wherever you are in your process, whether you're new to inner work, or you're seasoned, or you're just need someone to bounce ideas off of, or you just need a little bit of guidance and direction. It's my joy to offer this work and to guide you in this way. And I'm, as we are building this community, I appreciate those of you that come back week after week. I love you being here and asking questions. Always bring me your questions. Okay. Again, the link for the mediumship demonstration is at the bottom of this video. So don't forget to register for that, for those of you that want the mediumship demonstration tomorrow. And with that said, I'm going to guide us in a meditation. It's going to be brief, just 4 or 5 minutes. So for those of you that would like to join me, I invite you to close your eyes and take a deep diaphragmatic breath. So breathing into the belly Exhale. Let the belly drop naturally. And just breathing in and out of the belly for a few breaths here, just grounding, settling in wherever you are at home, whether you're sitting in a chair or sitting on a bed or whatever surface is supporting you. Just give yourself permission to let go and to surrender and to allow yourself to be guided by the sound of my voice. As we breathe in and out of our bellies, we're scanning our bodies, just noticing for any moments of discomfort, any tension, any sensations in the body that are calling your attention. If you need to adjust yourself, please do so. Otherwise, see if you can observe what's happening in your body without reacting to it. Simply observe and breathe, finding our center at the core of our being, listening to the sound of my voice, letting go of the past and everything that's happened up until this moment, and letting go of the future and everything that's happening after this moment. Focusing on the right here and the right now. As we ground in our bodies and open up our hearts, we keep in mind all of those that might be affected by the LA fires, by the windstorm. And if there's anyone else in your life that might be in pain or struggling or suffering, this is for them as well. Anyone that you want to send healing light to. We cultivate our own inner light, our own inner healing energy. We all have it. Visualize your heart expanding as you sit with your arms open, breathing in and out of your diaphragm. Set an intention to send healing light and love and support and unconditional love to all beings everywhere. If you're so inclined, you can put your hands out, sending this energy out into the collective, visualizing this brilliant white light, this beautiful bubble of energy protecting our planet, protecting our universe, protecting our city, our loved ones, our home. And see if you can expand this light out as far as you can go, sending out universal love. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free. See if you can repeat that silently to yourself a few more times. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free. As you visualize your loved ones, the ones you know really well, and the ones that you've never met, all humans struggling and suffering. We unite in this meditation to join our collective intention to bring peace, to bring safety, and an end to all suffering. And so it is. Good. Take a big belly breath. Just settle into this beautiful energy that we've created here together, feeling the power moving through your body, knowing that you've sent a ripple effect across your community, across the globe, and trusting that your light has touched your loved ones and so many others that don't even know you're praying for them. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes, make your way back to this moment. Thank you for joining me in this meditation. I so appreciate you. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you all next Wednesday at 5 p.m. for Oracle Hour. Thank you all for being here tonight. Please stay safe. Yes, everybody stay safe.